I wanted to give you guys an update on the progress of the part out. Yeah, this is the part that sucks, guys. Is taking all the parts off the car. Just takes time. So update on the parts that I sold. So I sold the mirror caps. Those are sold. Man, these just don't make sense on this car. I don't understand why they picked gray. The body kit sold. That's off the car. This was the last piece I took off. So obviously I was a little nervous about taking the rear bumper off because I had a body shop do it initially, but it wasn't that bad at all. So if you guys are ever looking to install the rear diffuser on this car, essentially I'll tell you what bolts you need to remove. There's a bolt under here, a bolt inside here as well, and there's also a little clip you got to pull out. A little clip you got to pull out underneath inside here. So there's a bolt that goes underneath, take that out. And then there's like two little fender liner clips that you take out. So you kind of duplicate that on both sides. And then you take this cover off. There's a 10 mil there. And there's a 10 mil there. So you pop that out. What else? And then there's some clips underneath here. There's like 4 little pop pins that you pull that off. Pull that out. And then this whole thing just kind of like pops off. There's a bunch of like press, I guess it's a press fitment, I guess, tabs in here. So this whole thing will come off. And then the whole thing lifts off. So just be careful. There's a little, I guess what do you call it, the little wire connector there. You just pull that out, and the whole bumper will come off. And then if you're looking to install this, you have to pop this guy off, and there's a bunch of clips that you got to pull off. I don't know how you would install this without taking this bumper off. I think it has to be done. So as I mentioned before, this was done by a body shop, so I was a little apprehensive of taking it off, but it wasn't that bad. I got it off, no problem. For you guys that don't know, with the Tom's kit stuff, it's basically labeled all the bags and the bolts for the guy that bought the whole kit. So as you can see, everything's in Japanese, Chinese, or whatever it is. So there's the rear bumper. So it's really hard to, kind of sucks they can't, all the money you spend on this body kit, I can't believe they can't make an English version. But yeah, the side skirts. So if you guys are looking to do the side skirts for the Tom's kit, couple bolts right here, up here, this thing pops off, okay? Well, before you pop that off, you want to, there's like little clips. There's actually a screw here and a screw right down there. I'll show you guys here. See, yeah, but yeah, there's like a screw that goes right in there, and then right in there. So I figured I'd just make this video, guys, while I had this all apart, so in case you guys have ordered this kit and you're kind of intimidated with the install, it's not that bad. But essentially, there's a bunch of these kind of pop pins underneath the side skirts. Pop those out. And then there's obviously a couple 10 mil bolts underneath as well. And again, the whole thing just kind of pops off. And then all you do from there is you take the Tom's side skirt and you put it underneath this thing. And essentially you just drill holes through here, so basically the screw comes up through, and you just use the bolt to tighten it down, and the whole thing fastens. The only tricky part is getting this measurement here. So you just got to make sure, essentially this pretty much self aligns. So when you put the side skirt underneath, that bolt, that pop pin comes up through there and aligns the side skirt. So essentially when the side skirt's kind of coming down like this, you just got to push it out at the back. I think it's like 1.5 inches from the, I don't know, don't quote me on that. I took some pictures for the guy that bought this for me, but not that bad. As far as the front goes, it essentially uses pretty much all the OEM hardware underneath like I think they're all 10 mils, and then you're gonna use, this is the only part that sucks, is that you gotta use some self-tapping screws. I think there's like 8 of them that go up through the bumper that fasten the front lip. So again, it's a great quality kit, can't beat it. So going back to the parts, the Tom's axle back is off the car. Had a ton of interest on it. Nobody's pulled the trigger yet, but that's off the car. So I pulled that off. I gotta get the KWs off probably next week or the week after. I gotta get the mid pipe off. So yeah, it's coming along, just slow process. Oh, what else did I sell? Sold the strut bar, Tom's intake, a fender garnish that I never use, the Tom's fender garnish that goes right in there. But if whoever installs that, I think the best way to go is to take this off, so then you can get access to this, you know, to this side piece, and then you can make a nice clean install, and then pop the piece back on. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, it's been pretty painless. Got some carbon fiber mud guards that somebody spotted. I didn't realize I had. I forgot I had put them on the car, and I sold those as well. Sold the Tom steering wheel. But yeah, I have the wheels for sale, KW coilovers, the mid pipe, and the titanium exhaust jet. And also, if you guys, this car is going to be for sale too. You don't have a whole lot of time. I'm just probably going to give it to Lexus. They're going to do a buyback situation because I just don't feel like dealing with it. Just take my 10 grand or 15 grand and just get out of the car. So yeah, so there you have, that's the update. Again, the Tom's kit, it's great, I mean, it's a lot of money, but if you have the means. But you can see the weave on this thing is beautiful. So this is one of my favorite pieces. I think I paid, I don't know, 2,500 bucks for this thing. So yeah, it's pretty legit. So I gotta take all this 3M stuff off here, get that off for next owner. That's the thing that sucks about these kits, that there is some 3M tape involved. You gotta use a heat gun or hair dryer and peel it off, and so that's the only thing that's been painful, is the 3M tape, because the mirrors had the 3M tape as well, the covers. So other than that, it was just the rear and the Toms. But yeah, it's coming along, guys. Thanks for all of you that inquired, bought the parts. It's been relatively painless for me. The guy actually lives down in North Carolina that actually bought the kit. So yeah, that's the update, guys. See you on the next one.